They ask how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you're doing and meet me over in this damn break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right, y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail. Now, I know I was just on here and y'all was like, damn, TMR, you back again, sis? Child, I'm back like I never left, okay? I don't know, y'all. I just had some thoughts and I was just like, God, the internet is crazy. I'm like, am I crazy? Is something wrong with me? I said, nah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm damn fine over here. No, they the crazy ones. And shit, I'm all right, okay? Oh, Lord, honey. Yes, honey, because you got to make the coins. You know, you can't let the coins make you, okay? No, melanated. I don't want to talk about Jasmine anymore today. You said spin the block one more time. Janae said we just spin the block game. Now, y'all, it is so much going on the internet. Y'all, I cannot keep up with each and everything. I'm trying really hard to keep y'all entertained. Y'all know, originally we were here for the moms, right? Excuse me. And reacting on their lives, at least what they put on the internet. But y'all, we got to change it up, okay? We definitely could sprinkle those moms in, but we got to change it up a little bit because there's so much going on. No, I did not see today's video, Tina. Oh, I got to go back and watch her. There's a couple of things I want to show y'all. I've been wanting to talk with y'all about. Yes, Sierra, of course y'all getting OT, child. I know we in an inflation. I ain't gonna have y'all over here for nothing. I'm gonna make sure y'all get all y'all coins, okay? The foolishness definitely never stops, sis. It's the internet. And so what we got to understand, y'all, it's the world we live in. You know how we say the internet is crazy, the internet is wild. That's because the internet is full of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people on the internet, and the world that we live in is crazy and wild at times. There's really no chill when it comes to the world. There's no chill. Right now, you're either sitting in your car, or you sitting on your couch, or you sitting laying in your bed, or wherever you're sitting right now, I guarantee you there is something going on around you, wherever you're at. More than likely, there's nothing going on right where you're at, because if it was, you wouldn't be in the break room right now because you'll be handling other business, okay? You said, I need my double pay for last Sunday. Also, TMI, I'm just saying, Taryn Reed, you always bringing up old stuff, sis. You know I'm going to get your check right. Girl, don't do me like that. I appreciate you, Taryn Reed. Hey, Nisha Boo. Hey, Shondi. Hey, Melanated. Hey, D. Nikki. So, so there's always stuff going on around us, y'all. Like, it's nonstop. So we just cover what we can, what we find interesting, and y'all, we just move on with the rest of the day. I mean, that's all I can do at this time. But this is what I want to show you guys. I want to bring y'all in. Baby, I said, now y'all know we have talked about Sukihana on this platform before. Actually, one of my highest viewed videos is a reaction I did to Sukihana back in 2020, y'all. That's one of my highest viewed videos. And a video on Jeremy, Keisha Anderson's baby daddy. That's another one. I think in the top 3 videos, I believe it's Sukiana, Jeremy, and then I think it's a Chrissy video. It's like one of my top viewed videos on my channel. And something else I want to share with y'all too, that y'all, I don't know if y'all paying attention, but y'all probably paying attention. Child, we just need about 3,600 more people, and baby, we'll be 20,000 deep over here in the break room. Can y'all believe that? 20,000? You know, that might be peanuts to some people, but that, you know, in order to attract those many people over the years, and for the majority, they pretty much stayed constant here in the break room. Like that's, so I'm just going to do a call to action to y'all. Everybody y'all know, tell them come over here and subscribe to the channel so we can get to 20,000 before the end of the year. Child, we just need 3,600 people. Y'all don't know 3,600 people? Tell y'all friends, come over here, subscribe to the break room. Y'all co-workers, family members, whoever, let them know to come subscribe to the break room. So, honey, we could be 20 deep in this thing over here, okay? All right, y'all, so let's get into it. Let's get into this. Child, I saw this on the internet, and I said, baby, stop. Give me a moment. Let me make sure. Oh, I thought I had it up. I actually had this. I've had this for a minute, but I haven't had time to get over here and show y'all. Let me get back over here so I can share it again. Okay, so this is courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk, honey. Wait a minute, hold on.
Are you okay? Oh my gosh. Bro, are you licking my feet?
She is.
Oh my gosh.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh my. Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It was nice. Oh, thank you so much. You are so sweet. I'm the one with sense. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
And we got real fans.
Wow.
That was a real one.
LA.
I ain't never got my toe sucked.
Oh my gosh, LA.
Like, I ain't never got my toe sucked after I've been walking on it too.
She is a doll.
Like, damn, you still, I think, because you was walking on your feet.
She was just, I was walking.
So did you have like still dirt
they
on the
little
ground?
bit black. Look, turn on the light. Turn on the light. Look. Look, this shit is a little bit black. It's a little bit black. Yeah, the big toe is clean.
Yo, Suki, you got fans.
I don't know why she did that for.
You can never say that you want to leave LA.
Well, oh my, wait, hold up. Oh, I don't. Are you okay? Oh my gosh. Bro, are you licking my feet?
She is.
Oh my gosh.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh my. Oh, right. Oh my gosh, thank you. It was nice.
Child, and she had the nerve to have on lip gloss. I said, baby, the internet is wild, honey. I said, yes, PRB, honey. I said the internet has lost their damn minds. Oh, Lord. I said, oh, my goodness. I said, baby, that, honey, when I say fanned out, what you say, this ain't fair. When I say fanned out, like these people take fanning over somebody to a whole different level. They literally taken being a fan of someone, child, and it's, you know, back in the day, way back in the day, when you would go to concerts, child, the most you would see is the women throwing their panties on the stage. I remember my granny telling me about when she went to a BB King concert, and she said it was so many panties on the stage for the women were throwing their panties. Baby, they have taken, like, throwing your panties on the stage. Baby, that's definitely played out in old school. Child, now what they do is if their favorite celebrity is riding by in the car and the celebrity just so happened to stick her foot out the window, child, they just run up to the car. They used to ask for autographs. Now they're getting their toes sucked. I said, that's strange. You said she wrong for allowing her to do it. You know, me personally, if I was Suki, I would have pulled my foot back. I'd have been like, whoa, hold on. And girl, child, it was Ray J. Because that the male's voice you heard in the background, that's Ray J. It was Ray J, you know, hyping it up. I mean, like what he carried in his mouth. Ray J said he ain't never got his toes sucked. I said, you a damn lie, Ray J. I heard of groupies, but good grief, getting athlete's foot in your mouth, baby. That was a lot going on right there. You know what? I feel sorry for that lady's mental state, because the fact that you thought that was appropriate to put your mouth on a person, regardless if it's a man or a woman. I could see if you was in a relationship. Okay, that's different. Now, no, I'm not trying to offend all you toe suckers out there. All y'all that love to suck the feet. Baby, y'all do y'all thug thizzle, but make sure it's with somebody that you're in a relationship with. You know, make sure it's with somebody that, you know, gonna pay your light bill, your rent, your gas bill, give you $50 to put gas in your tank. Yeah, making sure it, don't let it be with some random superstar riding by with their foot hanging out the window. And child, you ain't gonna get no reparation but going viral on the internet, and you're only going viral because you look goofy and weird doing it. But you said he wanted done to him. This is why his sister be like, what, brother? He really been cutting up too much more than usual. Yes, he has, melanated. So I don't know, y'all. I feel bad for that young lady. The fact that she felt like that was appropriate for her to do, you know, a lot of this young generation have no self-respect. They don't value themselves at all. You know, the fact that they just literally, you know, embarrass themselves just to go viral on the internet is just, and I don't know if that lady thought she was going to go viral. She just did it because obviously she get down with Suki. But see, these are the type of people, in my opinion, Suki attracts, you know, freaks and stuff like that. This is what she attracts. And the fact that Suki, that could have been your own daughter. Like, Suki has a daughter. Like, sis, that could have been your daughter. So the fact that this young woman thought that was a good thing to do, or thought it was appropriate to suck your toes, like, you should have, me personally, I would have just pulled my foot back and I'd be like, whoa, sis, like, chill out. Because again, it wasn't a moment until the cameras came on. When they decided to film it, that's when it became a moment. Before they turned on the cell phone cameras, it was her, Suki, and that toe, and Ray J in the background. Whew. Okay, y'all. Just a mess. Okay, just a mess. It's just, you know, like I said, and this is what these young girls are looking up to. They're looking up to people like Sukihana. And I understand Sukihana's an entertainer, and whatever she does, she does. Okay, that's her business. People who fan out over her, that's fine. But when you get to the point where you just, you know, you just putting your mouth all on this woman's toe, you know, y'all, it's summertime. Folks walking around with flip-flops on, feet dirty. Ain't no telling, she might have had some grout in her toenails. Baby, you got that was a lot going on right there. And I felt sorry for that young lady that she didn't think enough of herself to just say, Suki, can I get your autograph? Can I get a picture? She thought it was appropriate to put her mouth all on Suki's foot as if Suki was going to tell her to jump in the car. Girl, quiet as it kept. As the camera went off, they probably did double back and told that girl jump on in the car and have a whole good time with her somewhere. Ain't no telling. Because Ray J probably thinking, well, hell, if she do that, she'll do anything. Yeah, grout, y'all. I'm just saying, okay? Foot fungus, everything, honey. How would you say, Nikki, do you got it? Grout, sister, girl, child, you know, just yucky stuff in between your toes and in your in between your toes and in your toenails, okay? A mess. Right, Black and Bougie. That's how I was thinking. I was like, po thing. A lot of people have a feet fetish, and that's fine, but you need to get paid for that, right? Don't be having fetishes that you can't get paid for, you can't get compensated for, okay? Miss me with all that. Thank you, Miss Love. Miss me with all that. If I got some type of fetish, you best believe I'm getting paid for it, especially if I'm performing that fetish on somebody else. Or, honey, I'm getting my coins, okay? We not doing nothing for FREE. For what? And I think she thought Suki was going to kiss her or something. No, I don't think she thought Suki was going to kiss her. Suki was too far back for her to even raise up to kiss her. That woman didn't want to be kissed by Suki. She wanted to pleasure Suki, and that's how she chose to pleasure. It just made it look like they were probably driving, and Suki just had her foot out the window because it's day in LA. It's hot. It's nighttime. It was probably, 90 degrees, 85, 90 degrees in LA. And Suki probably just had her foot just hanging out the window, and they stopped, and people ran up to the car because they knew it was Suki and Ray J in the car. And that's what that woman thought she needed to do for Sukiana, was to lick on her toes. Baby, she was looking on that toe like it was a lollipop, literally and figuratively. Whew. Okay, y'all, let's move on. Now, we got a Kendra G reaction. And I'm going to need y'all to brace yourselves for this one, okay? I forgot what this man's name is because I saw this a couple weeks ago, but I had to bring it back, y'all. So I want y'all to relax, sit back, honey, and get into this reaction video.
How you say it?
That's exactly how you say it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jamel, where you calling me from?
I'm calling from Washington. Washington State, not DC. Yeah.
Washington where?
State.
The state. Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you, Jamel?
I'm 34.
34. What you do for a living?
Currently looking for employment right now. Trying to get a job at the public defender's office and just waiting on some documents to come in.
Okay, so you're currently unemployed. How do you pay your bills?
Oh man, got a savings account.
Okay. How long you been unemployed for?
Kendra said, how you pay your bills, sir? He said, I got a savings account. Okay, well, it's nice to know that you got a savings, sir. So what happens when you deplete the money from the savings account to pay for your living expenses? How do you replenish the savings account so you can keep going into it? Because if you're taking from it and you're not replacing, then eventually you won't have nothing. It was a cute answer, sir, but you probably should have thought about the answer a little bit more.
A couple months.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign, Jamel?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Now, some people will say, why look for a woman until you find a job? Do you think that matters?
Say that one more time.
Do you think it matters to be looking for a woman before you solidify your workspace?
You know what? Personally, I think that I need to be focused on my goals first. But I got a good friend. She's concerned about, me having somebody special, so she told me to get on here, give it a shot. So here I am,
Okay.
So yeah.
It's not a good answer, sir. The question was, don't you think you should probably be employed, be it entrepreneur or working for someone? Don't you think you should have stable income coming in before you try to go get you a boo thing? And your response was, my friend is concerned about me having a special someone. Well, are you going to be able to go to the friend house and date the special someone? Is she going to cook for y'all? Is she going to be your personal chef? Because you can't afford, I'm just going to assume, to take her out because, that savings ain't saving over there. That wasn't a good answer, sir. You should have just said, well, I do have my goals. And, I'm prioritizing my goals. I can definitely multitask. I can definitely be working for gainful employment and look for me a boo thing on the side, when I'm not filling out resumes and sending them all across the globe to find me a job. Oh, Jamel.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So his friend recommended that he called us. So we got Jamel, Washington State is where he lives, 34, Sagittarius, currently unemployed, but does have an option on the way. Do you have any kids?
No, no kids.
No kids. And never married?
Nah, no marriage.
All right, Jamel, what kind of woman are you looking for?
Somebody that's honest, somebody that's goal orientated, and somebody that's a team player,
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
I think pretty much like everybody else, no liars, don't lie to me, be honest. I don't really have any really big deal breakers, It's all going to come to light when it comes to light, You know, I'm not gonna try to look for a flaw that's not there. You know what I mean? So
Hey, Cancer.
that's just who I am. If you're a good person and personality clicks, I'm gonna expect you to keep that same personality. The way that you came in is the same way I expect you to go out. You know, so anything besides that, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay. So don't switch up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it solid from day one. Everything
Black and Bougie, you heard him. He said orientated.
you expect from me, I expect from you, you know?
Okay. What about should she look a certain way?
Nah, I'm not one of those type of people. I already don't care. Tall, skinny, big, I'll take them all.
You don't care how you look? Okay.
Wait, what? So you ain't got no preference? He said, I take them all. Tall, big, skinny, small. Oh, okay.
What about
I mean, she can't be no rag doll, though. I will say that.
What's a rag doll?
I mean, somebody that don't keep up with themselves. You know what I mean? I want them to be confident with themselves.
Okay, so don't be a rag doll, according to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we did that? Should
Virgo
she make a certain
diva.
amount of money?
I mean, I'm not gonna put no number on it, but like I said, I want her to be, you know, aspirational and have goals. You know, we can't look, baby. I want to go on vacation too, but I hope you don't think I'm gonna just be paying for this whole damn vacation. You know what I mean? Look, I'll take care of the hotel and the vehicles and transportation. If you want to do the dinners and the food, you know what I mean? It's a teamwork. You know, we're a team. You know, it's not just I or you.
Well, okay. What the
Sir said we go on vacation, we going 50-50. Now he said I'm gonna get to travel and the lodging, you do the food and entertainment. And if that ain't a go, we ain't going no damn where. Okay then, sir.
vacation scenario? Sometimes when you get a hotel, the food is included.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want y'all to stop clocking this man for the way he's pronouncing. He said aspirational. He's, you know, aspirational. Y'all know what he means.
So what about flights? Would you pay for the flights or should she pay for the flights?
I mean, that just depends on our conversation. You know what I mean? This is where the teamwork comes into play. You know, it's like, okay, well, baby, I'm doing good right now. We got over 10,000 in the savings account. You know, okay, well, I'll take care of the flight, the round trip tickets. I'll take care of the hotel. If the hotel comes with food, that's fine. But who's really eating in the hotel? You know, we're going out. You know, so if she wants to pay for a meal and I'll take care of the tips, you know what I mean? We'll figure it out. You know, but you have to be.
He said if she want to pay for the meal and I take care of the tips, well, if the meal is 100, the tip is what? What's gratuity? Gratuity. Is it 20%? Really, gratuity is whatever you want to pay. What, you know what I mean? If you feel like you had 100, you know, superb customer service and you know, you tip whatever you want to tip, but gratuity is what? Is it 20% of the bill? 25% of the bill? I don't know, because honey, my husband, he paid for the dinner and the tips. So shit, I don't know. So let's just say y'all bill is $100, okay? So she paid $100 and you pay the $20 tip. Well, yeah, that's fair, Jamel. That sounds fair.
Be willing to discuss these things, you know?
But more importantly, he wants a teammate. So are you describing 50-50 right here? They're telling me, they're saying drizzle to you.
I don't know what
drizzle is.
Not at all.
So drizzle is the movement of men who want women to, well, I think in actuality, the drizzle movement is the man who wants the woman to take care of everything. You're not really saying that, but you're saying contribute 50-50. I think you're more 50-50.
I'm more 50-50, but at the same time, I want her to feel like she's participating too. You know what I mean? I don't want her to feel like, you know, that she doesn't really have a say. I don't want her to feel like I'm just in control. I want her to feel that she's contributing to this relationship.
No, I got that. We're talking specifically about money right now.
So
So let's say
financially,
50-50, that means you want her to contribute 50, like half of what you guys are doing together.
I mean, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? I want her to participate. I don't want her to think that it's just always going to be on her to do something. But yeah, you know, I don't want her.
Wait, whoa. Slow your roll, troll. How would the woman come into the relationship thinking it's all on her? Because wouldn't in the beginning you be showing out more for yourself than she would? Because you're trying to win her over. You're on this show trying to convince a woman that you're worthy of dating. So once you convince that woman and she decides to date you, wouldn't you be the one trying to win her over? Why would she have to win you over? You're the one out here putting yourself on the market. So aren't you the one that needs to prove that you're worth shopping at or shopping for? So you don't sound very experienced. How old did he say he was again, y'all?
I heard it just to feel like it's just my responsibility just to take care of everything in life. Like I have things that I want to accomplish still too. You know what I mean? If we're going on vacation, it's for the both of us. You know what I mean? It's for her to get away from her stressful life, you know, dealing with her coworkers, her bosses. You know what I mean? If she's a business owner, you feel me? She's dealing with customers and employees. You know what I mean? It comes that way. You know, life difficult. It's not easy. You know, and if we're both going on this vacation, look, let's take some stress off of each other when we do this. You know, that's how I look at it.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam. All right, is it tall? Are you tall?
It's the jail pose for me. Let me go. Wait, hold on.
You know, that's how I look at it.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam. All right, is it tall? Are you tall?
What's up with the jail pose?
Nah, I'm short. I'm like
prison pose.
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
Okay, I think that's short. Let me read this.
This is Yellow Hawk. Girl.
Boogie's friend Ray said he looks like a Tyler Perry character, and he's unemployed. He's probably just as bad as me, if not worse.
I mean, you know, sure, one can only speak for themselves, you know.
Wait, Zeta, you say this look like your baby daddy? Girl, is this your baby daddy,
Zeta? I can't speak for him. You know,
He tried to call you a Pookie. He tried to call you a Pookie.
A Pookie? I thought a Pookie was a smoker.
No, Pookie on my show usually means, I think the definition of a Pookie is like a man who doesn't show up, gonna use you.
Who is he looking at? Is that friend that told you to come on this show without having a job? Hell, why you can't date her? Since she okay with you dating other people without no damn job.
You sleep on your couch, you know.
Yeah, nah, absolutely not. You feel me? I didn't even know I was gonna get on here today, you know, so this is all new for me. You know, like I told my best friend, you know, like I don't want to do it. She was like, no, you're gonna do it. So I was like, all right, you punked me, I'm gonna do it anyway, you know. So I'm just trying it. If it works out, it works out. If not, it's not a big deal for me. You know, like I said, I'm just really trying to get my life together right now and put myself back in the position that I was.
I wanted to say this real quick. I don't mean to interrupt. Holding it down. I love your channel, sis. Thanks for dropping by and let us know you were here. Welcome to the break room.
A few years ago. So, you know, if somebody finds me attractive, you know, that's cool. If not, you know, I'll just move forward.
Let's keep going. You have no kids. Would you date a woman with kids?
Yeah, of course. I don't mind being a stepdad. My dad was a stepdad, so yeah.
Okay. Should she be in Washington?
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. All right. When was your last relationship?
About 4.5 years ago.
4.5 years ago. Oh Lord. What's the man? Jamel. You're not an ugly guy. Why haven't you dated in almost 5 years? You couldn't find nobody to go 50-50 with you? Oh, Jamel, do tell, sir.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 4.5 years ago.
Oh wow. Are you waiting? Why do you think you haven't had sex in almost 5 years?
Life situations. Put it like that, you know.
Oh Lord, I'm starting to feel scared, y'all. Should I proceed on? He said life situations. Can anybody in the chat tell me, do y'all have a clue what them life situations could have been where he ain't had no nani and he hasn't dated in 5 years? Does anybody have a guess? Now, Mr. Jamil, sir, you have been on this video now for about, I don't know, at least 10 minutes. You told us that you like for people to be upfront and honest. I feel like we're going down this path of prison. Sir, why didn't you say that in the first, I don't know, 2 damn minutes of the conversation?
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to be honest, I was recently incarcerated. If I'm gonna be honest,
okay.
if I'm gonna be honest, about 2 weeks ago.
Wait, hold on. Huh? What? Hold on. You got out. What damn savings do you? Oh Lord. You mean the money that what money was you able to save up while you was down there at the clink? Sir? You got out 2 weeks ago, and you said you trying to get a job at the DA office doing what? Janitorial? Oh my God.
Okay, now we're getting some more. How long was you locked up for 4 years?
I was locked up for 4 years. I'm currently still fighting my case right now. I was incarcerated for something that I had nothing to do with. Okay. And so I basically jumped back on my appeal, and I was able to get my release and fight my case from the streets. So, you know, that's why I said for me, the whole dating thing really is not important to me.
So why did you come on a internet platform where hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people will see you, sir? You still fighting the case? So hold on. You out on appeal. So if you lose, that means you going back. So you're not even really free. You half free. Hold on. What's going on here? This how they do it now, y'all?
But, you know, other people think it is, and I like to take people's advice, you know. I'm not scared to do anything, so.
Well, let me say this. I know your friend put you onto my show, but I hope she also explained to you that the world is going to see this and no videos come down.
I know.
Okay.
She explained
as long
it.
as you know that going forward. That's why the rule of my show is you have to be a willing participant because no videos come down. And I do think sometimes I have the gift of comfortable. Like people are comfortable talking to me. And if I make you a highlight, sometimes after they might be like, oh shit, I didn't know everybody was going to hear this story. So I just want to make sure you're fine with that.
Nah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. So now we're getting more details. So you just got out. So this is why you're trying to get a job.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your transparency.
But what type of job? You said you're trying to get a job down at the DA office. Doing what? Filing paperwork?
No problem.
All right. So 3 flaws you have to work on.
Oh man, my shyness. I guess there's a lot. There's way more than 3. I mean, we're human beings, so we all have flaws, but definitely my shyness, you know, just being comfortable around a lot of people over COVID and, just my situation. I've become like a super introvert, so just being comfortable with being in big crowds. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. All right, we have a paid question for you.
All right.
Jasmine said, oh, wait, I got to read this. First, Jasmine said, I think you seem like a nice man and an honest man. It takes guts to come on here and even mention you're looking for a job. I wish you the best.
Jasmine, you must be interested. So here's the thing. He does seem like a nice guy. You know, he didn't come on here real thugged out and holding his penis and talking about he got 17 baby mamas and 20 kids. You know, he didn't do all that. But y'all, this is just my personal opinion. You're still fighting a case. And that's your issue, right? That's his issue. And why invite a woman into your life when you're not really sure of your freedom right now? It's up in the air. So why get somebody all into you and caught up with you? And there's a possibility that you would have to go back to prison or jail. It sounds like he hasn't been to prison. It sounds like he was locked up in the county. That you would have to go back and actually do prison time. How is that fair? That's not fair. I would personally think, and I understand everybody, you know, everybody needs love, right? We get that. We understand that. But I think his situation is a little bit more delicate and it's more difficult. He's out on bond. He talking about taking trips. Where you going? You can't even go anywhere. You got to get permission. And they might tell your ass no.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jasmine. I definitely do.
Okay. I guess, I'm not sure if your case is public, but now that you mentioned you just got out of jail, people may be looking your name up. And Wanda said, Kendra, he's on trial for stomping someone to death.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true?
Well, I can't speak about my case at all. So I'll opt out of speaking about it, but people want to look at that. Look at that.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Now, what's going on? You stomp somebody what you have on, some Timbs? What in the world? Oh my Lord. Oh my God.
You know.
So are you on trial or are you on, like, what is the scenario?
It's still an open case. So yeah.
So how did you get out of jail after 4 years?
I won my appeal. There was exculpatory evidence that, you know, the courts threw out. So pretty much it's one of those things where being a black man in America is really being a black man in America. You know, and you don't think these things are going to happen. And you don't think that it's going to happen to you. Something that you just see on TV and then, you know, you kind of get on with your day. And when it actually happens to you, you're like, it actually happened to me. Tina. You know, but I can't, like I said, I can't speak about it in detail. If this is public, you know what I mean? So I do got to be careful about what I say.
Okay. Again, I want to remind you, this is a worldwide show.
I know.
People will be searching your name and all those.
At this point, I pray your friend is not your attorney, because she definitely is not giving you good advice. Sir, I'm just going to be very honest with you. You had no business coming on this show. Okay, you'd have been better off bumping into somebody at the damn gas station or the grocery store. This platform was not for you, Mr. J Mail. Okay, you got other things to be worrying about. You need to be finding employment so you can be, you know, helping yourself fight your case that you said that's still, you know, pending. You can't even talk about it. So that's why we wouldn't even been discussing you. We shouldn't even knew who you were, period.
Those things, just FYI.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave me your 3 flaws. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Say that one more time.
Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Why would she be lucky? I mean, I have life experiences. You know what I mean? And if she wants somebody that's honest, somebody that's, you know, more about her than themselves, that's why she'll be lucky. You know?
Okay. And so we got Jamal. What's the age range you want to date? You're 34.
Somebody that's around my age, anywhere between 30, 36 years old.
36 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
30 to
between 30 and
36?
36. Yeah.
30 to 36. All right. So we got Jamal Washington, 34, Sagittarius, unemployed, no kids, never married, was transparent about his past. I know your friend just put you on. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me find your name.
I literally just created it right before I got on here.
Okay. So how do you spell your name on the app?
Jay. I think it's spelled the same way as my name.
Okay, that name, let me see if there's a lot of Jamals. What color is your profile picture?
I'm literally wearing exactly what I'm wearing right now. I created it like 5 minutes before I got on.
Yep, here you are. Okay,
Yeah.
he was easy to find. Jamel Alexander. Jamel Alexander. He's self-employed, 34, single, no kids. Put some stuff about you. Right now you have nothing. Looking for honest. Deal breakers, liar.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if you did one more picture. You literally, when you get, okay. This is the second picture, which is not a picture, but it says, when you get your shit together, it get lonely, but choose growth over company.
So if choose growth over company, then why are you on this platform? This a whole lot of company right here. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be putting up them posts and half that stuff that y'all be retweeting or resharing. Child, you don't believe half of what them people saying on them posts.
That's the second picture. This is first picture. Okay, Jamal. So ladies, you must have your thing set up. What's the only women within your preferences can like your photo? So what was your age range?
30 to 36.
Did you put that in your preferences?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I'm 45, so I can't see it. And then that's why I'm not able to.
So let me say this.
So make sure you do.
Let me say this. Wait for it. I see what you're saying. You said, what did wait for it say? Wait for it said, if he was wronged, I feel bad for him, but I've met some real sweetheart type men who also was on the row. You know, here's the thing, y'all. To each his own. You know, he got a lot of legal stuff going on. And I'm just going to say, you know, we all are trying to dealing with life right now. And, you know, why take on somebody else's problems that you really don't have to inherit? Once he gets past his legal situation, he gets a job and can, you know, travel out the country as he pleases, maybe. I don't know, because he's not a bad looking guy, but you can't just deal with looks, right? And see, that's the thing with this app. You're just dealing with 18 minutes of information. He has a whole story, and he doesn't have to get on here and tell his whole story. That's why he probably should have probably went along with the post that he put on his profile. Just dealing with your growth and not dealing with company. Because right now, imagine a woman asking him questions about himself, and his constant response is, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. Or even if he decides to talk about it, just imagine all the emotions that's going to come out of him discussing how he allegedly was done wrong. If this was a misjustice, just imagine having to be dealing with all that extra stuff. Having a conversation with him could be real heavy, and just imagine how you would feel coming out of that conversation. I don't know, y'all. Me personally, there's enough going on in the world that you don't have to take on that. Like I said, if he was past this situation, he was proven innocent and was past it, he was getting his life back on track, maybe. But the fact that he's currently living in that situation and it hasn't He's still currently living it. He hasn't gotten past it yet. I don't know if I would want to invite that into my life. That's just me, you guys.
Preferences, and then your distance. What's your distance you put?
I think I put like 25 or 50 miles or something like that.
Okay, so you want something rather close.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So the ladies that fit his profile, when you go to his page, you'll see X and you'll see...
Wait a minute. Hold on. You said you're reading it, sis, Maja? Maja said, I'm reading it, sis, and I think he's innocent. Even the boyfriend said it. Who's the boyfriend? The boyfriend of who? His boyfriend? Was it a man or woman that he's accused of stomping? The boyfriend of the victim. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. It's the boyfriend of the victim. I don't know, y'all. It's heavy just talking about it in the chat. Yeah, I don't know.
You'll see an X, a heart, and a star. You star him if you really want like him. You push the heart or you push the X. But this is his name on the app. Jamal Alexander. If you put his name, this is his profile picture, and you would select him. Well, listen, Hunt, I appreciate your transparency. Let's see how this goes. Keep me posted on how your case goes.
I definitely will. Definitely will.
Okay.
Okay. There you have it. You said the police ignored. You said the police ignored other evidence pointing out to other suspects. They ignored boyfriend testimony, threw it out as hearsay. Oh, wow. And I see what you're saying, Majda, but I'm still going to stand on he needs to get past all that before he puts himself in a position to invite somebody in his life. Because to invite that person in his life, he's inviting them into his current life situation that's not over. It's still currently actively happening, being a Black man in America. And I definitely understand that, but Majda, every Black man is not experiencing that. Unfortunately, there are Black men that do experience and is experiencing that. So all I'm saying is to me personally, it's a lot to endure, especially with him saying he wants to deal with a woman around the age of 30 to 36. Most women that age have children, so now you dealing with raising your children and everything that goes along with being a single mom. And then you got this man with this, pending case and baby, that's a lot going on right there. I just think it's too much. And not only that, he does not have a job. Like he financially at the time of this video, which was like a couple of weeks ago, he didn't have employment. He said he was working off of savings. What savings? I mean, you've been locked up for the last 5 years. How did you get money to save? Even if he was in the county jail, I don't know if he was in prison or if he was in the county jail. I don't know. Obviously, if he was in prison, you can work when you're in prison. But if he did 4 years in a county, I don't know. Can you work in the county? What do they call them? Trustees? Can you be a trustee in a county and get paid? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it was, Maja. It was. You said, I know a guy that got slammed on his head when I was 10. He came back unalived, the guy, and got 20 to life. He's getting out in 2 weeks. He's a good person, so I understand. Yeah. So, if that was I don't know, y'all. I just personally felt like this platform wasn't for him at this current moment. Once he's gotten past his legal situation, if he wanted to revisit, maybe that would be good at that time. If he's been proven innocent, putting that past him, got him a job and moving on with life, maybe. But in that current situation, that's a little too heavy to put on anybody's lap, especially somebody you're just meeting. Imagine you meeting somebody and they tell you, yeah, I'm out on the pill. You're like, wait, what, sir? What did you just say? I mean, I don't know. That's just me, y'all. But let's move on, okay? So we got another one, you guys. Let me get over here. Okay, so give me a moment, y'all. Let me pull this one up.
God, you won't believe this shit. I swear to God, it's not funny, fam. With my no, stop for real. Listen. So I'm on Facebook. This girl was selling $30 seafood boils, right? Right. Cool. Trying to support black folk, trying to support my people. This is what gets brought to my car. I'm not analyzing it. This is what gets brought to my car. It was in a grocery bag, but I'm just now looking at it as I'm home. He think it's funny too. Bro, look at this. It's not funny. It's in a Shein bag. One, that's just one. It's in a Shein bag. Two, the sauce spilled out.
Oh my God.
Like you're playing. This is literally a joke. Like I'm being pranked. This is a joke. I'm literally suing, fam. She going on Facebook. Yo, I swear to God, you won't believe this shit. I swear to God.
First of all, it was the $30 for the seafood for me. Second of all, I definitely understand supporting small Black businesses. But sis, when did we not check our food before we pull off? Because I'm just going to assume you went to pick this food up. When do we not open up the styrofoam container and check it before we pull off? It was the man in the back for me laughing. The laughing just took me out. It was the Shein bag that you put the food in. So automatically, we already know that there was something in that Shein bag before the food got in it. So automatically, the bag is not clean. But why don't we check out? Why didn't you open up your styrofoam container before you pulled off? I said, child, not to using the Shein bag to put the seafood boy. And then $30. Girl, where was the eggs? I didn't even see any eggs. I would have been very hot, Janae. Yeah, she didn't even check the bag, child. So at this point, sis, you get what you get. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be funny, but you got to be careful with people cooking food, and you don't know how clean people's kitchens are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. I mean, obviously, you putting food in Shein bags. Now, I bought a baby turtle off Facebook before. I said, honey, look, y'all, this is not the pandemic where everybody was doing anything and everything to make a couple of dollars. Child, we 4 years past that. You don't got to get into all that anymore. We definitely understand everybody's still out here hustling. But since you got because you didn't check your box before you left. You said $30 for a crab boil is cheap. I make my own, so I don't know. And I don't do the crab and all that. I do shrimp, I do eggs, I do sausage, and some corn. That's it. I don't do the crab legs and all that. So maybe $30 is cheap because crab is expensive. So You said she got a Shein bag boil instead. Exactly. Tell them to these might be raisins in that food, girl. Okay. I'm not doing it. You know, now if you got a restaurant, and you selling, stuff out of there, okay, we coming on down, but child, that's about as far as I'm gonna go. You said $60. Ooh, okay. I ain't never spent that much. I've never spent $60 on one. Even the one time we did go out, I didn't spend $60 on mine, but I don't eat all that other stuff. I just eat the egg, the sausage, the corn, and the shrimp. That's pretty much it for me. So you definitely could be true, sis. No pun intended. All right, y'all. Let's get into our next reaction. I just wanted to show you that, child. It was the man in the background laughing. His laugh just sent me. It was so funny to hear him laugh when that lady was like, "What is going on? What is this, honey?" All right. So now we got a mom, you guys. We got another sis on here. This is a mother of 6 kids. Okay, hold on. Mom of 6 said some men are intimidated. She can raise her kids by herself, and she needs her man to make at least $75,000 a year. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get into it.
Hey.
What's your name, baby?
Tessa.
Tessa, where you calling me from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Oh
Tessa.
my God, Kendra. Okay, let me get it out, my sister. Oh my God. Okay.
North Carolina, throw your hands up. Ooh.
Period.
North Carolina. All right, Tessa, North Carolina. How old are you?
I'm the big 40.
All right, 40. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 adult children and 4 small kids.
How old are your kids?
12, 9, and I have 5-year-old twins.
Okay, so you have 4 children.
Well, I have 2 older kids. They're grown.
Okay, let me start from the beginning. How many kids do you have?
I have 6 children in total.
Okay, that's what I need to know first.
Yep.
6 kids.
And
okay,
I have 4 small kids that live at home.
How old are all your children, honey?
21, 19, 12, 9, and 5-year-old twins.
Girl, child, no, she wasn't trying to. Sis was trying to erase the existence of the 2 oldest kids because they don't live in the house. Girl, they still your children. How old are they, ma'am? Baby.
Okay, by how many men?
3.
3 men. Why are you not with the 5-year-old twins then?
He liked to drink, and I'm not really like I'm not an alcoholic, so yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
No, I've never been married.
Okay. So Tasha, North Carolina, 40 Aries, mom of 6 kids, 2 adults, 4 younger. What do you do for a living, honey?
I work in the mental health profession, but I am currently going to school doing my preliminaries for nursing.
Mental health profession, and you're going to school for nursing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I have it all. Let me see. We got Tessa.
So she's going to school for nursing. She's a mental health professional. So what, you a CNA at the mental health hospital? I don't know why people be ashamed to say they're CNAs. Like CNAs, shouts out to all my CNAs in the chat. Like CNAs is, honey, we are the brick and mortar of the medical community. Child, without us, can't nothing get done. Trust and believe, okay? I don't know why people be ashamed to say they CNAs, especially in 2024, baby. CNAs is getting paid guap now.
North Carolina, 40 years old, Aries, mom to 6, 5 3 men, never married, mental health profession, going to school for nursing. You ready, Tasha?
I'll try to set my camera up.
Behavioral check. Right.
What kind of man you looking for, honey?
They sure do hold it.
Someone who is just I don't want to say, like, it's hard to describe what you want because people start to think that you're needy. I just want someone normal. like someone from a decent background, someone who has goals, someone who washes their hands when they come out of the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, have good dental hygiene. I've always been a strong, independent person. So I just wanted to be clear. Like, I have 6 kids because I'm strong enough to raise them all. I have went through a lot raising my children, but nevertheless, it has made me a better person. So a lot of times men are scared of a woman with 6 kids. I'm very well set and taking care of my children without the assistance of a consistent companion. So I'm not looking for a baby daddy. I'm not looking for someone to come in and do anything that they do not want to do. I'm very upfront about just being strong in that aspect. However, my perfect companion would be a family guy, someone who's oriented. He can have children. I don't mind that. I love kids. Just don't be messy. Like,
I don't think men, the way she's explaining it, like men are intimidated by women with 6 kids because they feel like you need somebody to take care of your 6 kids. I think men are intimidated or don't like the fact to date a woman with multiple children because they don't want the responsibility, maybe, or it's especially depending on your age. Like if you're 30 with 6 kids, some men might think, okay, well, you've been around the block, you know. Now it could be you got 6 kids by one man, but there are situations where if a woman has 6 kids, there are times where they all don't have the same father. And I think that's when men start scratching their head, when there's multiple men involved. But if you got 6 kids by one man and obviously things just didn't work out, I think men would understand that. So you can definitely tell that she's come across lately situations where she, like just now, she told us the ages of the 4 youngest, but she didn't tell us the ages of the 2 oldest, but you still got 6 kids. Like she tries to kind of mask the fact that she's a mother of 6, although only 4 live with her. You see how she tried to make it like, yeah, I got 6, but only 4 live with me. So don't worry about the fact that I birthed 6. Just worry about the fact that 4 live with me.
it's so many times, like if you have a baby mom or whatever, that's cool. Just be like, don't be messy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be normal. And I can pretty much adapt to anything. Now, what I'm not going to deal with, like the deal breakers. Oh, sorry, Miss Kendra. I'm sorry.
No,
Right, LaToy.
The deal breakers, what I'm not going to deal with is deception. I've been through a lot where I've healed from people being disloyal to me. So, like, I'm not going to go back to that. So that's like, soon as you could bring back a receipt and say that it was $10 and you give it to me and it was $6.99, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Yeah, because people, that's a consistent thing. Like being honest is something that you make a habit of. So you always just try to be clear and cut because people are crazy these days.
Woo, you broke it down. So Tessa, should the man look a certain way?
I prefer height and chocolate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a colorist. But sorry. I'm not a colorist by far, but I just like what I like. Light-skinned men are attractive in some aspect, but it's just not typically for me. But I'm open to anyone.
Light-skinned, so you want to date a man your complexion?
I'm not light-skinned. I don't think I'm light-skinned.
You don't think you're light-skinned? What do you think you are?
Like a pecan. Light skin, pecan. But I mean, yeah, my shade are a little darker, but I'm not a color.
Kendra, excuse me. She says she prefers dark-skinned men. Just leave it like that. It don't matter if she doesn't want a man the same shade as her. She says she prefers dark-skinned men. You said what type of man she want. Kendra, some of her line of questioning be very odd to me.
It's like, as long as the guy is down to earth and he takes care of himself. I don't like hair chest, like chest hair, whatever.
You don't like hair chest?
Is that what that is? Or chest hair?
Chest hair, maybe.
And back hair.
Okay. So she don't like hair chest.
But I like big guys. I mean, not 600-pound life big guy, but stocky is good, thick. I'm a country girl, so I like the, I like them thick now.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
In this day and age, and the way these women been taking care of these men, yes, he needs to make his own money. Cause I'm gonna carry my own.
How much money does he have to make? What's the minimum?
Well, in North Carolina, you got to make 3 times the rent to even survive. So the baseline for that is about $75,000.
Okay. So he should make $75K.
That's just, saying you can pay your own rent.
Sis said, well, see here in North Carolina, you got to make 3 times the rent. So if you ain't making 3 times the rent of my rent, you can't stay here. I know that's right, girl.
So really, that's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum. Did your children's dads all make $75K?
No. The last one didn't. He work at Walmart right now.
Did the two?
The one before the last one, the one in the middle, he work at Walmart. He didn't.
Okay. So none of your children, you have 3. None of them made $75K?
Oh, yeah. I just said the one didn't. 2 out of 3 did.
Why didn't it work out with the other 2 men you had kids by?
Because of messy. And, people make decisions that are not pertinent to where they're at now. And so back then I had a lot growing to do too. I was raised from a Christian background, and so I always chose life over anything. And those were personal decisions because everybody's accountable for their own actions. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I chose life, and it's so easy to flush a kid down the toilet. That's just I chose, to do me. So yeah.
Fair enough. No judgment there. I guess what people will say is, that's fair, but you went through it with 3 different men. So why maybe after the first or even second man? Because there's other precautions, like there's birth control that can also be implemented too, right? To
True.
Prevent being in those positions. So I think people understand a one-time circumstance, but you went through the circumstance with 3 different men.
Well, everybody has their own story. I can't tell it on the Kendra, show tonight.
See, you know what? That definitely is. Kendra doesn't have any children, and I get her asking the questions that people may be thinking. But my argument is, a lot of times when you get with somebody, you're not expecting it it to be real, right? And you have a child or children, and then years go by and you just realize, like, this ain't my person. Or he realizes this ain't my person. And it's best not to stay together just for the sake of the children, because that's not healthy. So y'all separate. You obviously move on, and then, you meet somebody else. I understand what people say when they say that, but I just really feel like, life just be life, and life be happening. And if, as a man that approaches, like, say for instance, a man approaches her and says, okay, you got 6 kids by 3 different men. Your youngest child is 5, and your oldest, I believe she said, was 21 or something to that nature. And between that 21 years, you've had 3 different men that you fathered children with, and none of them married you. Now, I do feel like at that point, that's your fault, because if you didn't marry baby daddy number 1, since by the time you circle around to baby daddy number 2, he definitely should be talking some type of marriage, because, but then now you didn't get to baby daddy number 3, and you still haven't got, but you still pushing out kids for him. Like, as women, we got to learn how to say, like, we got to learn how, but a lot of people act on impulse and the heat of the moment. And like she stated, she would say, I chose life. Like, I didn't want to AB my children because I didn't marry the man or we weren't going to be together. I chose, this is my baby. God gave it to me and I'm going to raise it with him or without him. So moving forward, now fast forward into her current situation, she's by herself. She has 4 children at home, 2 that have left the home, and now she's looking for a person. I'm just going to assume that you don't want to have any more children. I'm just going to assume that she doesn't want to have any more children. So now this man comes into her life, and there are some men that are going to understand that you obviously, every time you meet somebody, you do got to understand that there was life before I met you. Just like he had a life, you had a life. And people make different decisions. Everybody doesn't make the same decision. So that's just my spill on that.
Everybody has their own. Because of what you said. We don't have to deep dive.
No. I get it. I'm just saying, like, everybody, there's an explanation for that, but it's sort of like too deep for here. But I get exactly what you're saying. I would say that too, just with someone else who, because I would want to know, like, what didn't work for you? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has those questions. That's a real question. However, I say that I don't use that as a crutch. A lot of women use their choices sometimes that they make to do other excuses, like to treat men wrong, drag them, use them for money, do a lot of ill will things.
I do agree with CC and Janae are saying in the chat, like, women do need to do better. Like, we have to understand that life is going to happen after this man that you're with. So, before we hurry up and get a man a baby 6 months into the relationship, 1 year into the relationship, like, I do agree that women got to learn how to vet these men really well before you start, procreating with them and giving them a child, but he's not giving you anything. Before we, give this man our bodies and he's not talking about giving you his soul, his heart, and then again, he's talking, but action always speaks louder than words. So I do agree, women, we got to do better because it is harder on us. A man can say he has 3 baby mamas and a woman will be like, oh, okay. But a woman can say, I got 3 baby daddies, and the man then turn around and ran the other way. So yes, it is harder on us.
Not bitter. So I just take it as it comes. And, I'm still human. I think I deserve to have fun, life, whatever the case may be.
Absolutely. Something you said earlier, you said that you feel like sometimes men are, I don't want to quote you wrong. I'm not sure if you use the word intimidated, but you said scared of a woman that has 6 children.
Yeah, well, like intimidated. Yes, ma'am. I did say that. Because they feel like, people, we want money. We want this, we want that. We want somebody to take care of our kids, this, that, and the third. And that may be the background for some women who have, they may be looking for that come up or whatever the case may be, but that's not every woman. So that's why I said that.
But you are saying the guy has to make at least $75K to date you.
Yeah, for himself. That means he can afford his own rent. That means he don't have to stay with me. Because remember, I told you in North Carolina, they like to live, to actually survive, you got to make 3 times the rent. So
here's what they'll say. Okay, and I want you to respond to this. Okay. And I know my cousins, if I make you a highlight, it's not that man doesn't exist, but they will say, why would a man who makes $75K date a mother that has 6 children by 3 men?
Oh, well, I would say, I have dated men.
But why wouldn't a man that makes $75,000 a year wouldn't date a woman who has 6 kids? Obviously, there are men that would and the men that would not. The men that would not, obviously, is not the man for me. I can't make people think like me or feel like they want to be with me because of my circumstances. Like, before I get down and beg and grovel and plead and please forgive me for making the decisions I made before I made you, child, you just gonna have to move on, and I'm gonna just be single until God sends me my person, period.
And of many calibers, and that has not stopped me from pulling.
I agree, Tina.
A lot of
really
nice men who come from the background that I described. I'm not trying to sound cocky.
Right.
nevertheless, I had my own objectives. I had my own goals. And I wanted to be at a place where I can say I want these
y'all,
things.
you know what's so funny to
because
me?
I realized that I did have.
This was never the conversation years ago when I was growing up, like when I was in my 20s. This wasn't the conversation. This is a constant conversation now since dating became more public with all these dating apps and dating websites. And this is the constant conversation. And, you know, typically when you meet somebody that's 35 or 40 years old or 45 years old, somebody that's 45 and has lived 45 years, yeah, they had life before you. That's obvious. I just don't like, this is like a real heated conversation, and I don't think it needs to be that heated. Either you like me or you don't. I got 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't, that's fine. Next.
That I realized I am a single Black woman. And it's going to be a little bit more harder for me to be in that pool. So once I was able to pull myself up to that threshold to be independent on my own, pay my own rent without Section 8, not be on food stamps, you know what I'm saying? To be able to do those things are accomplishments in my, from where I'm from. Sorry, Miss Kendra. And to be like, you know, I can say, oh, I want this. I want this. I need this because, I mean, why not?
No, I love it. I guess the follow-up would be those men that you pulled in your caliber. What happened to those guys? Why couldn't it grow into something long-term?
Now, just because I was ready don't mean they was ready.
You're right. Who said that? Prototype. It is a lot of broken homes. But in my opinion, this whole speed dating thing, or I have a variety to pick from, dating app world, I think contributes to broken homes as well too. Because I date you for a month and I don't like you, so I ghost you. Then I go back to the app and I go pick me somebody else. Like the app just let you keep picking, and nobody really wants to be. People know they have several options now. Back years ago, when dating apps and dating websites wasn't a thing, people would meet folks and they'll be like, you know what, I'm a vibe with you. I'm gonna vibe this thing out. But now that the dating apps is a real big thing, people like, you know what, I ain't got to be dealing with you. I can go throw you in the gutter and go pick another off the dating app tomorrow or tonight. You know, I can just reach in my back pocket. Like you could break up with sis and go get in your car. And by the time you get to the first red light, you didn't picked up another chick. All you got to do is like her and have her, send you a message back. And there you go. So I think dating apps and dating websites contributes in today's time for that as well too.
And that's always what it kind of comes down to.
Period. But why not? I mean, it's not like I don't date a lot, Miss Kendra. Like I'm very self-absorbed. Like my kids working, things of that nature. So I feel like just seeing what's out there is okay. But I'm not really. I want to see, but it's not going to hurt me because I know the odds, like you said, like it's a lot of consistent things happening in the dating pool.
Well, the thing is, I have to be honest, I feel for a lot of Black women because it's in the numbers game, the quantity is for the type of man I want. Now there's men, right? Okay. There's men out there every single day.
Wait, hold on, Kendra. Why do you only feel for the Black woman? I get that you're a Black woman, but you have a show that not only Black women come on. I've seen Asian women, I've seen white women, I've seen Hispanic women. You act like Black women are the only ones who have multiple children and could possibly have multiple baby daddies. I've met plenty of white women and Hispanic women who have multiple children and got multiple baby daddies. So why do you feel sorry for Black women? You act like white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women don't experience the same damn thing. Hell, they trying to date our men.
Walking this planet, but most women want a certain type of guy, and there's not enough of that certain type of guy to go to every woman that desires him. So
That's
I
right,
actually
Miss Kendra.
feel like I do feel for my Black sisters because I know that there's just the kind of guy that every woman wants. That guy, there ain't enough for to go to every woman. But there are men that you can have, but then it comes down to the men that you probably can have for whatever reason. I'm not saying you should be with this guy either.
Mm-hmm.
He's X'd out for whatever reason, and probably a legitimate reason. But that's just the circle that is going on in this conversation when we get to it. Okay, we're almost there. You told me your 3 flaws, right?
No, ma'am. So my 3 flaws is. Oh,
wait, did I ask you? Okay, before did I ask you your last relationship?
No, you didn't ask me that either.
Okay, let's get there. We do the Kendra Camp? We never do the Kendra Camp. Let's do
We
the
ain't do
Kendra
that.
Camp.
No, ma'am. Okay, so sorry, I got the.
Okay, they
She
tell
is
me I
Tina.
skipped a lot.
She's taking her chances already.
Ooh, big bitty girls. Where you from? North Carolina? You got that North Carolina cornbread fed.
Period. Got the pintos over here in the crock pot.
When was your last relationship, Tasha?
So my last relationship was probably about 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
And yes, I have 5-year-old twins, but, and I tell this, and this is true, like if their dad was to come on here, he would say the same thing. We never had unprotected sex. You know that 1% where they say condoms are not effective? Yes. So, and that's that.
So you got pregnant with your twins while using a condom?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
And their dad would say the same thing.
Say again?
Their dad would concur that.
Woo, child. Okay.
Yep.
I know that's right, peer area.
So you don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
So what happened was, it's I'm not gonna front. It's been like 60 days or so, but
they definitely was meant to be here.
I'm not.
That's a cool way to say 2 months.
Yeah, it's been like 60 days. Like I say, I don't consistently see anyone, and this person I've been seeing for a long time, like and just like familiar with him, not consistently for a long time, but.
Why can't y'all be together since y'all been seeing each other for a long time?
Because he's too young for me. He's been it's crazy, but he's a good person though, and I wish him good well. But we can't. Mm-mm.
Okay, he makes $75K.
Oh yes, ma'am.
Ooh!
Oh yes, ma'am.
So now let me ask you this: how much younger is he?
He just turned 30.
Oh, he's 10 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this: do you want something serious, or you feel like it's just not an option?
I do want something serious.
So you would want something serious with him. He doesn't want something serious with you?
I think that it's probably like, it's crazy, but basically, it's not that, but it is that. You know what I'm saying? Because he had someone that he was dealing with, and I think he really cared for her, but she didn't really care for him like that. So he's working himself through that. So he was sort of like in a relationship dealing with someone.
Okay.
At some point. But I wasn't his side at some point. I think I came back in the picture like after that.
So he's 10 years younger than you though?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So does he know how you feel that you would want to be in a committed relationship?
I mean, we express affection for each other, but we've never took it there. Like, I feel like as a man, I mean, if I tell you like, you know, I care about you, you know, how I feel about you, I describe it. I feel like it's a man's job to cuff you. Because the worst feeling a woman can do is try to put herself all the way out there, and then that man don't receive you. If a man wants you, he gonna put them things on you.
But girl, you already opened your legs for him, so you might as well tell him what you want.
I mean, not like told him I want to be in a relationship. I don't know if I really want to. Like, I feel like we open, but I don't desire. I feel like I want to see other things too, because he's young.
So what are you calling me for tonight? Do you desire a relationship?
Yes, just not with him.
Okay. We got some paid questions for you, girl. You ready for
them?
So she's using him to have a role in the hay, and that's it. Because so he's old enough, obviously, for you to sleep with, but he's not old enough for you to have a relationship with. But my thing is, system, why are you giving the man your body? If you find or feel like he's not your you know, he's not your forever thing because of his age, then why are you giving this man your body? Like, regardless if you're using condoms or not, it's like you're inviting all those soul ties. I mean, this lady's grown. She can do what she want to do with her damn ussy over there. But it don't, like, a lot of times when people say things like that, it don't make sense. Like, if this man, like, if you want a relationship, you'll get on this app today and say you want a relationship, but yet you tell people that you screwing somebody when you feel like it. Again, we understand women have needs, but girl, they got plenty of toys out here that can help you with that until you find a man that you ain't got to use a toy with anymore. Like, sex for some people is an emotional connection. So if you've been knowing this man a long time and you've been fooling with him, however long you've been fooling with him, obviously you guys have an emotional connection because of the intimacy y'all have together. That's what I don't be. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't be understanding that.
I see him. Lord have mercy. I ain't tripping though, because like
men do it, but just because men don't do it, don't mean women need to do it, sis.
They said,
two wrongs don't
question
make a right.
Tessa. You have a Christian background. You did the non-Christian thing 6 times with 3 men. The man that you desire comes. How is he finding a good thing and taking care of another man's responsibilities?
Clearly, he wasn't listening to the conversation, Miss Kendra, because didn't I say that it ain't about me finding a man to take care of my children? I said that I was trying to find someone who was interested for me. And that's another reason why I've been single so long, because I'm very protective of my children. I don't let men run in and out of my house. They've never.
But sis, we understand that you want somebody for you. But once you guys decide to join households, whatever he do for you, he's automatically doing for those children. So for instance, he come over to the house to have movie night. He's not going to walk in the door with 1 pizza because just you and him are eating it. He's going to walk in the door with maybe 3 pizzas because you have 4 kids at home. Not saying that he minds, but the reality is, once he provides for you, he has to provide for everything that comes with you. I get the women be trying to act real strong and independent, but the reality is, when a man deals with you, he's taking on everything that comes with you. And that's those 6 children you have, including the 2 that don't live in your house.
Ever seen that. They've never been exposed to that. So, yeah, I may have made a mistake 6 times in your eyes, but you don't know how God is receiving me because you don't know my relationship with God. That's the problem with Christians today. They always want to put their nose where it don't belong. Sweeping around somebody else's dough instead of their own. Hello.
Exactly.
But I thank you,
sister. I think it was a guy. I will say to this. I think when you said intimidated, I think that any real man, right?
Kendra, hush, because sometimes the things you say, here's the thing. Sis feels like having 6 children is a strike against her. That's why in the very beginning of this conversation, she told us about the 4 kids that live with her when she initially told us she had 6. Yeah, I got 6 kids, but only 4 live here. Sis, that's still 4 extra people in your house. It don't matter. Those 2 older kids, when it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July, they coming over to get a plate too, because you mama.
We're talking about real men.
Yes,
not a man who's just trying to have sex with you, see you every 2 months, never meet your kids. I'm not talking about him.
Yes,
I'm talking about a man that will be willing to partner with you in life. He would have to consider how he would be with your children, right?
Understandable.
So, I mean, like, whether you're looking for money or not, he would have to, if he's a good quality man, have to understand that if I'm going to love this woman, I have to love her children the same. And you do have 5-year-old twins. So you have 2 kids that will be in the house for at least another amount of years. So I know you use the word intimidated, but I think a real man has to make sure he was ready to sign up for that. And I think, listen, as a mother, you shouldn't want a man who's not going to love on your kids, quite honest.
Exactly. But that, I just wanted to say, like, that wasn't the objective. I feel like that was like the baseline for that question. Like, they was like, that's all I'm looking for. No, I want to grow to that. I don't want to come in and expect, because I'm not going to let that happen. You know what I'm saying? A man be all around my kids and do all that. I'm not that type of mom.
Okay. Divine Photo said.
But a man coming in, like I just used the example of he coming over to, watch movies with you. He's not going to bring one pizza just for you and him. A real man is going to bring enough for everybody to eat. So essentially that is him doing something, because he's going to tell you, don't worry about dinner tonight. I'm going to bring over food for everybody. That's what a real man would do. Or if the man takes you out to dinner, let's take out coming to the house. Say, for instance, the man takes you out to dinner. He's going to ask, a real man is going to ask you, hey, did the kids eat? Did you cook for the kids? But don't even worry about it. I'll bring something to the house, or I'll order DoorDash there for the kids, and you get dressed and I'll be there to pick you up at 8. That's what a real man. Y'all, those men definitely do exist. Maybe some of y'all haven't came across them, but they still exist.
You should have those same standards before having the kids, not 6 kids later, to have high standards now. Do you believe in compromising your standards?
I always had standards. I just chose to make bad choices. Like I said, everybody doesn't know everyone's background. I didn't have a father coming up. Not saying that I suffer from fatherist trauma. It's that looking for certain things in a relationship are real. So you can't judge anybody just because they can't judge you. I don't know your secrets. You're not telling me things about you. So, that's how I would answer that question. You just assuming.
Oh, okay. So sis said you should have those same standards before the 6 kids, not 6 kids later to have high standards. Hold on, I can't see with this thing in a way.
You don't know anything about the base.
Okay, standard. Now, do you believe in compromising your standards? I wonder, the person asking this question, do they have children? I don't know, y'all. I just really feel like people with no kids shouldn't be giving all their opinions on people who do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's you don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know. Like, I'm not a clinical trial study. Like, I'm a real person.
Baseline. And so, but I get it though. That's a real question, but I'm not compromising my standards. I always had them.
She's not allowed to grow.
I just lowered them.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, having 6 kids, and if he brings 1 kid, that's 7 kids plus 2 adults, that's 9 people. How much money would this man have to realistically make? And what do you bring to a man in that income bracket?
Well, okay. If I'm hearing the question right, he's asking me basically, if a man had more kids, how much money do I make so I can help him out? That's what I heard.
No, what he's saying is you have 6 kids.
Yes,
let's just say the man hypothetically has 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's 7 kids, and then 2 adults, you and that man. So that's really 9 people. So he's saying if a man is a provider in the most case, and he's looked at to provide for himself and his 1 child, and you and your children. She does have older children though, Coffee Killer, 21 and 19. I guess he's saying, how much money do you think a man will have to make to take care of all those bills? And what do you bring to a man in that income bracket?
What is the income bracket again? Just 75,000?
Well, I know your requirement is 75K. I don't know what the cost of living in North Carolina, but I think to take care of
75,000, Miss Kendra. You gotta make at least, okay, you gotta make at least $70,000 to $75,000. A 1-bedroom up here is like $1,200.
Right. So now we're talking about you got a 3-bedroom, right? And then if he had a child, a 5, literally this is a 5-bedroom situation, probably. Right?
Yes.
That would be a 5. So how much would a person have to make for a 5-bedroom situation?
if you're renting, probably anywhere from 18 to 2,000 a month. Mortgage could be, you know, less than that, about 950, 1,000. It just
Okay, do you
depends.
make 75K?
Girl, hold on. A 5-bedroom house in North Carolina. What city are you talking about? Are you in Charlotte? Because, honey, trust and believe, a 5-bedroom house, a mortgage on a 5-bedroom house, I'm just going to use the city, Charlotte, North Carolina, definitely is not no $1,000 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm assuming one thing, Coffee Killer, I think we have to include, you're gonna contribute to the bills, correct? Or no?
You are crazy, Miss Kendra. Say, oh, no, or no.
I don't know. Maybe, okay, let me find out. Do you not want to contribute? Do you want this man to pay all the bills?
I mean, so it's like, it would be great for a man to pay all the rent. That would be ideal. What woman wouldn't want that? But I ain't gonna say that's what I have to have.
It's a woman that should have closed the deal with one of the men she had children with, to be quite honest with you, honey. Like, I think to now have this expectation that the men you had children with didn't fulfill is what your challenge is going to be. So you want a new man to come into this household and pay all the bills where you and your kids live, and you didn't require that from the 3 men you had children with?
Who said that?
I just asked you that.
But yeah, who said maybe the baby daddy was paying all the bills? Whichever baby daddy was in position at that time, maybe he was paying all their bills. And then they broke up. If they broke up and he no longer lives in the home, he's only required now to pay child support for his child or children. He's not required to pay the rent where he does not reside, but he definitely is required to pay child support. So where the children reside, they can have a place to live. Kendra, what you mean? I'm not understanding the question.
Because I said,
why didn't you ask me that? I didn't hear you ask me that.
Okay, well, Coffee Killer is making the assumption that the man is paying all of the bills. So I was getting ready to rebuttal that and say, well, you make 75K. So I'm assuming you would want to contribute to the bills, but then you paused and you laughed and you made it seem like, well, no, you don't want to pay the rent.
Oh, it lagged then because I was laughing at the way you had said something before that. That's why I was laughing. It was something that you said, like how you said it was funny to me. So that's why I laughed. I didn't hear that part.
You followed it up with, well, Miss Kendra, what woman wouldn't want somebody to pay all the bills?
That CBD might be good. Okay, so I have to question before I said I missed something in there, but nevertheless, let's pick it up because I missed something because I was off.
Well, let me just ask you it directly. Do you want this? Is the expectation for the new guy to pay the rent or the mortgage entirely?
It would be nice, but I ain't gonna require that because I ain't never had.
Okay, y'all, I'm confused. Why is this conversation so long? Because she's a mother of 6 kids? Because to be quite honest with you, I don't understand why this was 30 minutes long. This should have been a 15-minute conversation. Like the guy that was out on bond conversation was shorter than this. Now, granted, he didn't have any children, but hell, he had a pending murder trial. Kendra didn't get all of his business. So this woman said she got 6 kids, 3 baby daddies, and we turned this into a 30-minute conversation, and you're literally grilling this woman? This Black woman? Like, sometimes I don't agree with Kendra's, her line of questioning and the type of people she questions and why she questions them. Like, I don't get it. She really wants this woman. You know what? Here's the thing. What woman wouldn't want a man to come in and help? What woman wouldn't want a man to come in, regardless if she got 6 kids or 1 kid? What woman wouldn't want somebody to come in and help? That should be expected. If the man knows she has 6 kids, 4 that live in a home and 2 that don't, and he decides to move in with her and they cohabitate under the same roof, or even if he doesn't decide to move to her home, they decide to get a home together where both of their names are on the lease or mortgage. Wouldn't it just be understood that he's coming in and he's paying, and she's helping, because I definitely do feel like she needs to help. She don't like, even if the she's not with the other baby daddies anymore. So as long as those men are paying child support, I would think any man coming into her life would just assume that the fathers are paying child support. And if the fathers are not paying child support, in my opinion, that's not really for the new man to question, because that's a situation the daddy, and the courts need to deal with. He don't need to get involved in that, because once he takes on her and wherever they're living, he is taking on the understanding that I got to take care of my home, and my home is where I lay my hat at. I don't understand why this long, extensive conversation is going on, because this woman decided to come on this show with 6 kids, 3 baby daddies. 2 of them are 19 and 21. The youngest are a set of twins that are 5. And Kendra turns this into a whole grilling show. Now, if she would have came on here with a bonnet on, popping gum, babies crying in the background, house, because you could tell from the background of her house, it looks nice, right? If she would have came on here real ghetto, Kendra would have had on here for about 10 minutes.
And so that's not an expectation of me. I've always had to take care of myself, Miss Kendra. So I'm not gonna, that's going above, like, doing something out of the ordinary. I'm not requiring a man to pay all my rent.
Okay.
At the gate, if he finds me, when we move in together.
Okay, hold on. We talk, because I feel like I'm not trying to make you change your standard. Okay, so I want to get clear, but I just want to understand, right? So if that is your request,
why do you want to understand, Kendra? Are you looking to date her? I don't understand why let the man that wants to reach out to her understand her more.
That is your request, but I need to get clarity, because just said out the gate. So is the expectation at some point in time that this man will be paying all of the bills?
I don't think so, Miss Kendra. I don't think so. That would be a reality that I would expect. No, ma'am. I don't.
I just think that I know we looking for superheroes, child, but I think this is what men get frustrated. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but this is what they're gonna say. And this is why I think Coffee Killer, because I was getting ready to defend you, because I felt like his question was about a man coming in and his income.
Exactly. Kendra damn near 50, and y'all can miss me. It ain't because she was chasing her career. She gets on here scrutinizing all these people, and girl, ain't nobody said I do to you yet.
I had to take care of solely 9 people, right? And I wasn't sure if that was your expectation. I thought, yes, you come with 6 kids, but you already make a good living. So a part of me thought you would contribute to the household.
Of course.
Okay.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
But that's the thing. Why are we having this conversation? Hell, she ain't even met the man yet. Let her and that man have the conversation. We don't know what this man is willing to do or not willing to do. Let her and that man why are we having this very premature conversation? Trust and believe whatever man she allows to come into her life and eventually come into her home, or if they decide to get a home together, if he's a real man, he's coming through the door knowing what he's supposed to do as a man. And everything else, they can discuss and work that out. We don't need to have this conversation. I feel like this conversation is very premature.
That's probably where I had the disconnect at, is right there, how you just broke it down. Now I understand the question. No, ma'am, I don't expect a man to come in and just take care of all my responsibilities. These are not his children. That's a reality at the end of the day.
Okay. Now go back to my questions. I asked you your 3 flaws.
No, ma'am.
What are your 3 flaws?
Being impulsive, being too strong sometimes, and being too I don't want to say like friendly, but more like I'm too trustworthy sometimes.
Okay, too trustworthy sometimes. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
For one, because I can cook. And now I'm a good person. overall, like I said, everybody has their own backgrounds. It's easy for people to be in comments and saying 1,000 things, but everybody has a place where they come from. Everybody has a place where they're trying to go. A person who would be ideal to go along with me on my journey is someone who is family oriented, of course. Someone who appreciates a strong Black woman. Someone who appreciates an educated woman. Respects the fact that I still have aspirations and dreams too. To respect the business aspect of me. I feel like I'm not a shark, but I'm definitely not a tadpole. You know, I try to go get it regardless. You know, I love being a mom. I love being a go-to person. People find it very easy to talk to me because, believe it or not, I do listen. I don't always just talk. I do listen. So a person,
you know what? Here's the thing. I understand sometimes Kendra's line of questioning, because meeting this way is different than meeting on an app, right? Because this is given a live version of, you know, a short synopsis, yet live version of the person's mindset. Okay. So I get it. And I think Kendra dug a little deeper into her because she's a mother of multiple children, right? So, but I just really feel like it's not Kendra's job to vet everybody. Your job is to give them a platform and let the people know what they're looking for. And then you let them work on their own. Like, it's almost like you the talent scout shit, sis. Like, I don't know. Kendra, girl, bye. I don't even want to finish this. Kendra makes me mad at times because I feel like she don't question the men like that. You don't dig deep into the men. Only time she digs real deep into the men is when they're super combative. Then she'll dig deep into them because Kendra's confrontational. She likes confrontation, so she'll do that. But it just seems like if that woman would have came on here with a bonnet and the kids crying in the background, running back and forth, she would have had that woman off the air 20 minutes ago. Okay, but because this woman seems like, you know, she can hold her own and she can carry on a conversation. She didn't come on here looking super ratchet and ghetto. And, you know, she seemed like she can, you know, carry her. So she carries herself pretty well. Kendra wanted to, in my opinion, she was grilling her. And I think over a while, Kendra kind of caught what she was doing and she knew we were catching it. She probably was looking at the line of questioning in the chat, the way her chat was going. And people probably sensed what I'm sensing. Like, I don't get Kendra sometimes. Kendra got hella grace for men. Mommy Mountain starter kit. Now, again, I understand this woman has 6 kids and she wants men to understand that she's not a charity case. Just because she has 6 children doesn't mean she needs somebody coming there to save the day for her. But, you know, at that, you know, sometimes it can come off a little masculine when you know, men like soft. Okay. They like soft women. They definitely like women who are go-getters and can take care of themselves. But, you know, men also like women that got a little softness about them, you know, and at times she came off, especially in the beginning when she was giving us the background of her whole situation. She don't need no man to be the daddy and doing all this. Like, you don't necessarily got to give that type of energy. You know, we would just hope to assume that you are taking care of your children being a single mom at this current moment. All right. All right, y'all. That's my time, honey. That's my reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. TMR will definitely be back with another one. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Have a good weekend. And remember, sub what you love. Bye.